let's get right down to the core of what makes this short so beloved even 50 years later, and that's its total sincerity. Sure, it's not the most perfectly constructed thing in existence, and yet you can sense that the people behind this project actually cared about it and wanted it to succeed. And you can also tell that by the choices that they made in telling the story, the choice to use real kid actors, the choice to tell a very simple, humble story, the decision to end with Linus reciting a passage from the book of Luke. This doesn't feel like a short that was made to satisfy anyone other than the audience it was made for, which is just so refreshing even today, and is borderline miraculous considering how huge of an intellectual property Peanuts is. Tying a little bit into the previous point is the fact that the crude, almost broken animation has this kind of charm to it that's difficult to explain. Like I said, the animation doesn't feel bad in the way like the filmmakers or animators didn't care or weren't trying, but more like bad in the sense that the people were trying their hardest, and yeah, their hardest wasn't all that great, but you can appreciate the effort regardless, which, in a strange way, feels very fitting for Charlie Brown, a character who almost never succeeds at what he does, but puts forth the effort anyway, regardless of how many failures that have preceded him. The jazzy score by Vince Guaraldi is outstanding. Yeah, I have nothing more to add. You know the music, it's iconic for good reason. Here's a little bit of fun trivia for you. Apparently this special single-handedly destroyed the aluminum Christmas tree market, and I think we can all be pretty grateful for that. One of the best endings to a Christmas special ever. So simple, so poignant, and the execution is just flawless. Hits you right in the feels like a good Christmas special should, without going overboard and succumbing to treacle. In my opinion, this ending is sheer perfection. Okay, I said before that the poor animation and voice acting gives this short a certain level of charm, and don't get me wrong, it does, but at the same time, it cannot be denied. The animation and voice acting is still pretty bad. There are no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Now, this isn't entirely the short's fault, but Sally's line about asking Santa for 10s and 20s has aged extremely poorly due to inflation, which is distracting to say the least. Basically, if you want the joke to have the same impact today, you would have to pretend that she said 50s and 100s. In most prints of the short that are shown today, it's obvious that certain scenes have been cut down to remove any references to this originally being sponsored by Coca-Cola. Now, I don't have any issue with this per se, but I feel like they could have made these cuts a little bit less conspicuous. Like the billboard that originally read Coca-Cola that Linus runs into could have been changed to something else, as is the sudden blacking out and audio being faded out are quite jarring. Cute moment at all, but why exactly do Schroeder and Lucy get mad at Snoopy's dancing here? Is it because he's on Schroeder's piano? Is it because he's goofing off? I don't get it. Well, there's the solid colored backgrounds behind Patty and Violet that don't in any way resemble the purple curtains when they criticize Charlie Brown's tree. I mean, it's a little distracting and jarring, I guess. Hey, give me a break. Finding 4 bad things about this special was hard enough. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider giving it a like and share. If you have any suggestions for future videos, be sure to let me know in the comment section down below. Have a good day, have a good holiday, and I'll see you next time.